The market pushes higher on the CPI catalyst. Is there a top in sight? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that since the market pushed over last Friday's high, it was very likely we would break out towards the 4,500 SPX area, and that's exactly what happened. The market pushed up to 4488 SPX before pulling back a little bit at the close. Now the question is there a top in sight? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, the push higher today takes us closer to that 4,500 SPX target, so let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. As you can see, they spiked it up on the CPI catalyst and then pulled back a little bit the second half of the day, closing just below the highs. So the question is, what are we looking for to the upside? So off of this high, we looked at this as a potential wave 1 or wave 4 down. It's playing out as a wave 4. And then with this move here, we said that it needs to be an ABC type structure because of the depth of this move, and it would be an ending diagonal type move to the upside, and that's exactly what we're seeing. You got your A wave up, your B wave down, and then C to the upside. And with this C to the upside, we are targeting the 4550 region on the ES, which minus the 30 or so points is 4520 on the SPX, so a little over the 4500 area, but that particular area, the 4500, 4520 area, on the SPX is where we would be looking for this to continue higher. Now, as we drill down into this C wave to the upside, we did see some things today that we're paying attention to. So let's zoom in just a little here. And the couple of things that we're seeing are this pullback did come back to the 236. And we could be in a little bit of an ABC here where you get an A, B, C down to the 382 at 4485, which would be a wave 4. However, since we did get to the 236, this is a valid wave 4. Right here, and a push higher from here would be wave 5 up into that 4550 area and would make a lot of sense. To the downside, this move down, this big hour candle to the downside, does count pretty well as 5 waves down. Now, it's a micro count, and micro counts, again, are unreliable, but it's something to keep an eye on because if we do turn down in a hard way, you have to understand what your support levels are and where you're looking. So what we're looking at here is a potential for a 1, 2, okay? And this 2 right here, this high at about 45.15 or so, this would have to hold for this to remain true, but it would be a 1, 2, and then the move down at the close would be wave 1 of 3, wave 2 of 3 up, and then you'd look for a breakdown that came through the 44.95 area. And then from there, we would look for it to follow a 5-wave pattern down to 44.62. So where is the breaking point for the bulls? The 382 is a very common wave 4 retrace. The 50% is the second most common wave 4 retrace at 44.73. Below that, it becomes very likely this would be a wave 4 to the downside. So if we do see them follow through to the downside in that 5-wave move, that would take us down towards 44.62. Okay, that would break the 50% retrace and be a strong indication that we are starting to move down. Now, the 1.0 of this potential ABC comes right in at 44.89. The 382 is at 44.85, so a lot of confluence there. If they blow through that 44.85 level, I think that should be a warning for the bulls. And again, breaking 44.73 would be a bigger warning and much more likely that it's not a wave 4 to the downside, and we are potentially starting a move down from there. So those are the two paths that we're tracking. Whether we get this C wave down into this 44.85 area or this was all of wave 4, in either case, above 44.85, we're looking for that finishing run up to the 45.50 area on ES. And if they do break down below 44.85 and then 44.73, that is a warning to the bulls that we might have put in a top. Over on the NASDAQ, okay, on the NASDAQ, same situation where you got a wave 3 up, you got a wave 4 pullback, and then an A, B, and we're in C now. And then off of this high that took out the other two highs here and gave them a new high, they started to pull back, and they pulled back through, just barely through, the 382. So they have plenty of depth here for a wave 4 and starting wave 5 higher. And really, they don't want to come down and break this low. They can come all the way down to 15,308 and still be in an okay zone for a wave 4, but below 15,308 should be a warning on the NASDAQ. So what we would expect is that we've already got wave 3 in place and wave 4, and we're trying to get wave 5 up, which would target that 15,654 region to as high as 15,794. They can push up to the 1,236 here, but more commonly you'd look for that 15,654.75 area. We've been talking about that for a long time, 15,600 to 15,700 region. Similar to the ES, you're looking for that wave 4 pullback to hold and then a push higher for the move up into the 15,650 area. Again, if they break 1538, you do have a setup here to the downside where you can get a move down that would start to break support at that time. So the NASDAQ's parameters are stay above 15,308, and we should be targeting the 15,654 area below that 15,308, and that is a warning to the bulls. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it will take you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans, as well as our Elliott Wave for Beginners course. Now, this course is 25 videos where I go through all of my chart setup, mindset, everything you need to know, as well as every single wave in Elliott Wave and how they should look in a standard format. Now, in advanced Elliott Wave theory, there are different things like diagonals that we'll go over, but in this one, this gives you a very strong understanding of Elliott Wave so that you can start to practice it yourself. You can see on the screen from the testimonials that it is helping traders immensely finally understand the market instead of trying to decipher the news. It's $67 a la carte, but the cool thing about it is included in both monthly rooms, which do come with a 7-day free trial. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go over exactly where we are in the counts and answer all of your questions, as well as the training material you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are interested in day trading, as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that's so unique. It's something you kind of have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. Okay, key takeaways for today. It's pretty straightforward. As long as we're above 44.73, we remain bullish to 44.50 or so on the ES. If they break down through 44.73, that is a warning to the bulls. Over on the NASDAQ, also very easy parameters right now. As long as we are above 15,308, the market remains bullish up towards 15,654, but a breakdown through that 15,308 level is a warning to the bulls. Guys, that is the market update for today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.